under pressure. President Trump recently said he would keep families together.
But the border is going to be just as tough as it's been.
Plenty of confusion, both on the border and inside the Beltway.
And what does it mean for those families who are still separated?
In his effort to crack down on immigration along the southern border, the president has repeatedly tried to change how the U.S. government detains migrants. They're punishing vulnerable families as if they are criminals when they're asylum seekers fleeing violence, gangs, rape, and murder.
A 15-year-old young lady said at some point, Madrecita, as Mexicans have lots of needs. We need a place where we can feel welcome, loved, and appreciated. And she asked, why don't you provide that for us? And of course, then as nuns we got together, talked about it, did some discernment. And we thought, yeah, that is a basic need for human beings.
It's mostly Mexican immigrant families, and the kids that attend are from preschool up until 5th grade. Families at Oasis are primarily Spanish-speaking in the homes. There are some English language learners and some are fluent in English, but the reason that Oasis is so crucial for the students' growth in specifically academics is that we as tutors, as native English speakers, can be the support that the students need when they're working through their homework. For me personally, I was able to go home and one of my parents, or later both of my parents, were able to be there and support and help me understand the directions to a simple homework problem. But these students at Oasis don't necessarily have that home setting to be able to do that, and so the tutors are able to support their growth academically. Essentially, Oasis serves as an academic support, but it also serves as a after-school care sort of center. Most students, when they're growing up, they participate in after-school activities like sports or theater or some sort of arts program. A lot of the families that do participate in Oasis, they don't necessarily have the means to be sending their students or their children into these programs that might be available through their school. With the current political climate and also a general stigma of immigration and discussing immigration topics, I think that it can be really challenging for the students and their families that do attend Oasis. One thing that I've noticed working with such young kids, I think about how these students come to me and they talk about, oh, the current president and something that just happened recently in politics. And when I was that age, I don't think I was aware of any of this stuff. I wasn't aware of immigration policy at 4th grade, for example. And it can break my heart just in terms of how much they have to know and how much they might fear for their parents' lives or their siblings or just different family members. So that's something that is really interesting to learn more about and be so exposed to, and hopefully, I think with Oasis, one thing that it does for anyone that is involved and also people that in the community, they learn that there shouldn't be such a stigma, because all we need is a conversation. We need to realize that the people that we're discussing when we talk about immigrants that come into the country are real people with family members. They have a sibling, they have a sister, a brother, a mom, dad, grandma, and it shouldn't be something that is so dehumanizing to talk about in society. That's one thing that I've loved learning about and having an open dialogue. Oasis is an extremely crucial component into helping support immigrants in integrating into society. And I'd say that specifically for the community at Oasis, the kids really just need a safe and welcoming atmosphere, and Oasis does exactly that for them. It's a place where they can be themselves without fear of the current political situation, without fear that they won't be loved or accepted in that environment, because all the tutors and all the people that work at Oasis are incredibly supportive of their goals and their hopes.
If you only think of your teenage, how important it is to feel in, and then of course otherwise the human being just withers. We need to feel loved. So we came, and our mission in the world is just healing hearts.
The most important part of Oasis is not the education. As important as learning is, right now our job is to heal hearts and to make each student feel welcome, safe, and loved.